Hello, welcome back. We're pretty much where we left off before. As you can see from the top left corner, we got 40,602 coins. We still have our items on board, a flashlight, hit the number 1, there it is. We have our cargo strap, hit the number 2, there it is. Hit the 2 again, it goes away. And as of last episode, we can now use all of these trucks, which means we can drive a basic semi-truck, which is awesome because our next goal is to make a couple of products. At least that's my goal. Now, I had previously said don't borrow trucks unless you have a specific goal. Don't borrow trucks if you want to make money. But I really just want to go to Ghazi Ranch and get some milk in a tanker and take it to the Daily Cheese factory over here. And that'll get our first product built, or going. And from there, I'm going to head over to the this area at Jeju Harbor and borrow a truck and a trailer and get some containers from one of 2 spots here, maybe both, and take those to the Guzhua meat factory and make meat boxes. And those will be our first 2 products, and they're good ones because they make a lot of money. But for now, we just need to make them, so we're not really concerned about the money. We'll make it on the tail end with the boxes. So for right now, we just need to get there. So let's grab something that can grab something. This guy right here, Kira flatbed. Can probably hold at least a few pallets. See if we have anything heading over that way. Let's see. Visual Express, resident, no, nothing. Nothing hidden. Well, that's pretty close. We'll take that. Strap it in. At least heading in the right direction. New stuff. And since we're heading over there, we'll grab that too. Alright, we have a couple destinations in mind. It's not going exactly where I wanted to, but it's on the way. At least be productive as we go down. So, to refresh your memory, I'm pretty new at this. My biggest learning curve is probably the recording and especially the editing of these things. So my personal goal this time is to minimize the amount of dead time you have to listen to music and learn how to fast play video clips when I'm driving, especially on just the long bits. So, let's see. Yeah, let's keep going. So that's my personal goal. At some point in this video, I will, maybe even right now, switch to fast forward and just get there. Have one delivery off to our left. Hit the map real quick. Yeah, up to this farm. have been known to drive right past those. I might have even done it in the last video. I'm not sure. Because, yeah, I talk to myself even when I'm not videotaping. Whoops, here we go. That right ahead is a great truck, by the way. We can't buy it here, but there's another farm where that is available for purchase. Oh, I missed it. Well, there it is. We made a total payment of $1,335. The owner took 687 of our 2022. What is the owner's share on this? If I could do math, I could probably tell you right now, but I can't. I think I proved that on the last one as well. Company share 34%. Ouch. And again, this is my preferred viewpoint while driving. Drone view is very useful. A lot of places while driving off-road to look for boulders while backing up, getting right into a precise spot, stuff like that. But yeah, for regular driving, I prefer this view. Try to stay in the habit of looking both ways. There's not much traffic on these roads, but there is a little bit. I've got it set to 10%, same as last time. They can sneak up on you. And last delivery is right ahead. And then we're going to shoot up the hill to Gazi Ranch. Alright. A pittance, but we'll take it. This is the main reason I like to use borrowed trucks, just to get somewhere. Use someone else's truck. Why not? Truck. Ah, we got our level 5. I was going to say borrowed trucks aren't slow, they're just wobbly. They work just fine. Level 5 is good. That means we can now buy the Fox. That has the level requirement of 5. Driver 5. That's Gazi Ranch over there. That's where we're going in just a minute. We got to get a different truck and a tanker first. Which we can borrow right here. Let's get this out of the way. Vehicle is in the parking space. XZ OK. Enter. I'm going to probably do that a while. XZ enter, for example. A lot of YouTubers, it's just kind of gloss over the UI controls, and frankly, the UI controls can be a little confusing in this, so I'm going to mention some of the basics even as we do stuff, but As again, running around is the W, S, and D key, and to interact with most spaces, you hit the X key. And let me show you. Hold on. It even says over here, there's a key shortcut reminder of what you can do insert when you're in an area. Anyhow, X, whoops, I hit the Z, X. So we want one of those, but we got to get a semi first. So actually, we can filter by semi-tractor. And the highlighted ones are all the ones we can currently use. That's decent. That's one we were looking at over there. That's an off-road. I didn't know we could use that yet. That's pretty great. And Atlas Semi, just a 4x2. I'm going to go with that guy right there. It's a 4-wheel drive. Pull forward, clear the zone. Helping out with Z key. Run on back. Now semi-trailers. We want a tanker, so we can even type tanker, get it started, and they'll show up. They're all tankers we can use. If we were at the other ranch, I'd use that. This is a smaller amount of milk here, so we're going to grab this one right here. Hey. Oh, I didn't click on it correctly. My bad. There we go. Double click it. Back up to it. The option to hook the trailer shows up. Set parking brake. Hop out with the Z key. Oh, I didn't hook up the trailer yet. Doesn't matter. It's on the spot. Toggle landing gear. Now I can hook the trailer. Okay, let's go grab some milk. Yeah, borrowing a truck this size will definitely take a big chunk of cargo share. I'm guessing this is going to be 45% of whatever we make from the milk we pick up here and deliver. We're going to have to wait a bit, so I'm probably going to pause the video for this section once we load up the first bit. I'll come back after I'm full. So as you can see, Ghazi Ranch only makes 10 at a time, and we have room for 28, and I want all 28. So click once, and then I just hit the X key to rapid fill. Boom, all 10 pop in, and take a look around. Parking brake on, hop on out. Now this over here is a campy. It costs $150,000, as you can see up there, and you can use these to park them around the map anywhere and use them as a teleporter. So, for example, in whoops, click something by accident. Down here, there's no houses to rent or buy, so this is a great place to put a campy if you have business down here. There will shortly be business here at the drag strip. I'm not sure if the version that has the drag strip will have some kind of teleporter built in or not, but if not, campies work. And yeah. Let's filter a few things. Homes. That's the only one we own at the moment. Comes with the game. Thank you very much. And where is homes for sale? There it is. That's all the houses for sale. These two are of particular interest. I think this one's like 500,000, and if I'm not mistaken, this is like 80,000. It's just right across this grassy strip. You can drive across this. I highly recommend buying this one, not this one. Anyhow, this is a really popular one. It's right across the street from the repair shop over here. Tuning shop. But anyhow, properties. Fun to play with those. See how we're doing? Nothing else, but you can see the bar is very slowly loading up here. If I brought fuel first, this would be at twice the speed. These would regenerate every minute instead of every 2 minutes. But for now, I'm just going to pause the game, go make some coffee, and I'll be back when we are ready to load our very last milk, and then we'll head out. All right, see you in a little bit. And I'm back. So yeah, don't do it this way if you're adopting this strategy. Do the fuel end of this first, and we'll do one of those. But we should have actually picked up fuel down here at Jeju Harbor, brought it to here, unloaded it at the storage here, and then taken some of it over here to make milk. But I didn't do that. I jumped the gun and made the cheese first, or the milk first. And yeah, we have 20. I'm going to stop here. We have room for 28. We're just going to do 20 and get this business going. Take a minute to get used to the 13 speed on these things. I don't use auto shift, so it took me a couple minutes. My shifter has 4 buttons right above the shifter stick itself, and I've got the first one set for the range. Put it in clutch in for a sec. So the first one here adjusts the range, and then once you're in the higher range, adjust the low and the high with the second button. And it's not that bad once you get used to it, but switching between a regular 6-speed, 4-speed, whatever, to a 13-speed or an 18-speed can take a second to flip my head around. Definitely find manually shifting works a lot better than the auto shifter in this game. Cut around this guy. See ya. Might be borrowing that in a minute. Or maybe that. We do need to drive to the harbor after this. And we don't need to drag a tanker with us because there's some to borrow down there. Alright, this is a cheese factory. Once we make level 10, we'll get a company and nose into this spot like this. Stop before the tank hits. Open up the daily cheese, and we can pull out contracts from here. Pull up, rather. We're carrying 20, so if we had a contract, if we could take contracts, we would make an additional nearly 60 grand minus 11 grand. Minus, let's call it round numbers, 12 grand minus 60, we'd make what, 48,000. So yeah, 46,000 for extra just for bringing this amount of milk. But we do not at this time, so we're going to make a pittance and get in the right gear. The owner of this vehicle is going to take a big chunk of it. So yeah, owner of the vehicle took about half of that, but we're making milk. Get out of here. Pop in here and take a look. As we can see, milk is being generated. Some's already been made, and some of it's pretty valuable, especially this right here. Cheese pallets. What we're hoping to get, yeah, perfect. Cheese boxes to the pizza places because they have contracts. Got a few levels before we can use those contracts again. So let's just be tidy and get rid of this truck and trailer. Hit X to open the area. That's our trailer. Change vehicle, despawn it, boom, gone. Same thing, change vehicle, despawn, gone. Let's go borrow something a little faster. Slightly funner to drive. Taxi. And we'll just take a look at the taxi menu real quick. See if there's anybody really close heading our way. This guy wants a cozy ride to the wrong place. This person wants to go sort of where we're going, but it's a long drive to him. And that's completely unreasonable. So yeah, we're just going to drive to the harbor. It's not that long of a drive, but it might be an opportunity to try out the fast motion stuff. So I'm going to shut my yap and find something cheerful and short to listen to while this high speeds. Enjoy. Okay, Old Jeju Harbor. They got a scales here. Every time you go in and out, you're going to see this thing pop up. This is where you get fuel from and bring fuel to. Organize it by distance, and I like to find stuff either for Noxum storage or Ghazi Ranch, and neither are here. That might change next time we look. Changes all the time. Right over here, we can borrow trucks and trailers. Some are sitting there waiting, or we can spawn them from here. Get rid of the taxi and go borrow. Some to haul containers. Alright, see ya. There's our guy right there, bright orange. That'll work. As usual, pretty much everything is activated with the X key. running through it now. Big cache of trucks to deliver here. It's a good way to get up a tow truck wrecker levels. And here's where we get containers. Again, we're going to try to make meat, so we're looking for stuff for the Bourgeois meat factory. Boom, 20, oh perfect. 2 20-footers, that's exactly what I wanted. They also have 40-footers. But we'd only get one, and you know the factory doesn't care whether they're 20 or 40 footers. It's the number of containers that counts. So 2 20s just makes a lot more sense to carry than 140. Now you might make more money carrying 140, I don't know. I don't care. Not what I'm doing it for. Only make money off these things on long distance trips to other side of the other island. So. But for something short like this, money's not even worth the time basically. We're just doing it to make the meat. Alright. Bet we're overweight. I think the top weight in this game for vehicles is 40 tons. And that's, yeah, well look at that. It's crazy. It's almost impossible to stay in that weight limit the way the game is currently configured. You can put on triple trailers that just so far exceed that. It's crazy. And there's a couple places in the game where you can get fined for that. I feel like the developer needs to revamp the vehicle tonnage, especially considering the triple trailer situation these days. All right, I'll downshift. Glad this strip is mostly flat. But that's the worst hill we will encounter on this trip. Alright, high speed again. Approaching the meat factory. I've come in the second driveway. It's a little easier to cut into the loading dock. No scrapey, very good. Don't borrow trucks if you want the money. There we go. And again, I'm going to get rid of the truck. Now, normally when you do containers, you would take these back to the harbor and turn them in for money. It would double your income. But it was so low, I'm not even going to bother. Just going to despawn the trailer, which will get rid of the containers as well. Despawn the truck. Let's go have a look at the meat factory. Alright, looking good. Those are the ones we want. It's a difficult drive, but it's well worth it. At the moment, the demand is pretty low, but that's probably because there isn't much in there. Need to load more in there to increase the supply, and that'll put pressure on this number to increase it, because they definitely want some. Nobody in any of these towns has gotten any meat yet or any cheese, so for sure they want it. So next step is probably go get another cup of coffee. The answer is always go get another cup of coffee. I will be right back. Putting you on pause. And I'm back with a coffee. All right. Black with a little sugar. So what we're going to do is take a break from this and go make some money. We have $53,000. I could buy a vehicle right now, but I couldn't upgrade it too much. And I do want to get a nice Fox and get it kitted for off-road use. So let's go make close to 100 grand by delivering garbage. It's a pretty traditional way to make money as a new player. And so let's do that. I just wanted to get these two processes going, cheese and meat, so that hopefully town bonuses, or I'm sorry, the demand on those products will increase as we do something else, which is to teleport back to our starting location. Go borrow a vehicle. Oh yeah, is there something here? Yeah, I think I can borrow that bus. Never a borrower nor a lender be, unless you just need to get somewhere free. Renter, on the other hand, it's a good strategy, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to go rent a garbage truck. Note that there's garbage. It has spawned while we were doing other stuff, so it's ready to go. Woohoo! I forgot this truck only has 4 gears. I hate 4 speeds in this game. I mean, I don't hate big transmissions. It's just, I'm always looking for the next gear when something's revving up that high. All my old Japanese motorcycles the same way. I'd be in 6th gear on the freeway, revving at 5 grand and hoping for another gear. Not there. Meanwhile, some dude on a Harley Davidson flies by you going lub, 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 lub. It's so annoying. Your bike's going, whee! Come on, give me another gear. Ah, rain. Alright, this is where we're going. This is the truck dealer. He's got all the good toys. Most of them. buy your standard old Davo or Dory there. Here's a selection of semi-trailers. There's some medium-duty trucks here, Kira's, variations of them. Great little tow truck there, that rollback. Kira van's a terrific little hauler. That's some from the Brutus series. That's Brutus Tanker, another all-wheel drive. Some Jamusis, more all-wheel drive. These are down to 6-wheel drives. They have 6-wheel drive. Got your Cudas, flatbeds, cargo or container drive van, and Atlas tanker, Atlas dump, Atlas drive van, and our current target, the Compacty. Wait a minute, what are these? Mighties, I think? Yeah, I think these are Mighties. Although they're called other things. I think that's the blue one's a Dumpy. The white one's a Mixie. I think that's a Tronco, the red one. That's the Mighty. I can hop out and look. Yeah, that's the Mighty. Yeah, I can't even get info. Can't drive it. But we can drive this. That's what we want to do. We want to eventually maybe buy one. Probably not. They're cheap enough to rent. Looks like a lot, but compared to giving away about half your money for borrowing one, this is a bargain. We're going to rent this guy and make some money with it. So, go to the map here quickly. Strategy is going to be hit this area here. You'll note that when you're in a garbage truck, you can see the garbage icons where the garbage is located. That's brilliant. You can even buy a uniform eventually at the power plant. I think you have to be level 30, and then you can see the garbage all the time. Wonderful. So now we're going to hit Halim, and then we're going to hit AWOL here. And I think we should have plenty of room to also hit Oido. I don't know. Pardon me for butchering the Korean language. So anyhow, we're going to do that, and then we're going to shoot up the hill to the power plant and deliver it and make close to 100,000, maybe a little more. We'll see. All right. Oh, since it was quiet, I'll continue. Once I do a few, I'm gonna hopefully fast forward over to here. I'll pick up this route in real time, and then I'll probably fast forward the rest of the route until we get to about the delivery point. So that's the plan. Trying to minimize your time spent watching and hit the main points. Let's go. Snow runner. Try to aim for the gaps there. These will definitely roll if you abuse them too badly. Oh, it has a fifth. Does it have a sixth? Yes. Yes. All right. Garbage right there. This is how you do garbage. Hop out of the truck, hover the cursor over the bag, hit the X key to pick it up, run to the back of the truck. Now you can manipulate the door while you're holding the bag, thankfully, so I always forget to do it first. Just tap the door and it opens. And now you have to toss the bag in. To do that, you hold the Z key down, hold it down, and then toss it. Good, we get to do it again. I'll show you that again. It's a bit of an art. Not sure if it's an art or a science. It's probably a science. Probably has something to do with math. I always suck at it at the beginning. Two more right there. Pick them up. Check them in. There we go. Pick them up, chuck them in. Yeah, if you can position yourself where you can pick and chuck from the same spot, it makes it go much faster. Also, I try to start in second gear so it doesn't jerk forward as fast. Keep that little one hanging on the edge from dropping off. And then once you get going, you can push it in further by just slamming on the park brake. Notice those green spots in front of cans when you're in a garbage truck, you can just hit the X key and load up part of the trash, in this case all of it. All the bags are gone. Great. This is the only truck you can do that in. And I say that because you can actually pick up trash in many trucks. You can toss it in the back of any dump truck, flatbed, van. Just don't do it on a public server. It's a load on the server that can cause things to glitch. Oh, grab that dumpster. This is the only truck that can pick up dumpsters. Hop out to get that bag. That's enough. Now we compress it. Tap on the door, get two options, use that one. Don't have to sit there and wait for it. It's pretty much press and forget. If there's one sitting halfway out the edge, I'll wait to see if it just pops out like a watermelon seed. Other than that, you can pretty much just hit the compress and run to the cab. And pretty much that's how it goes. Follow around till you hit all the icons. Oh, I should also point out that I just recently in my settings made all the icons very small. I'll show how to fix that in a minute, so it'll look more like what you would be seeing with more stock settings. Ah, get back in there. Ah. Hi, Ruben. My cat just hopped on my lap. Hopefully he'll stay off the keyboard. So up in the settings, options, I think it's under gameplay. Let me see. UI scale, job marker scale right there. I've got it set down to 30. Let's put it up to 70. That's a little more what it looks like in the game. You see those? You can see them sticking up in the air much further. I kind of know where things are, so I've reduced that to increase the immersion factor a little bit. Much easier to see the garage icons that way, obviously, but so definitely recommend leaving them as large icons when you start the game to get used to where things are. It's worth knowing you can change that. You're welcome. It's pretty customizable, the UI, in some ways, in other ways not. Things I would like to be able to change is to be able to reduce or move these kind of elements, shrink this, eliminate that. There's a big text box that'll pop up when you type. You know, if you could move that somewhere else on the screen or shrink it as well or make it more, whatever, just more customizable like that. Or to have it so that by default only certain of the windows will show up. That kind of thing. I'm sure you'll get there. I hope you'll get there. For now, where am I? I got that tab. Go away. There we go. Trying to get rid of the cursor mode. Okay. Oh, bit of a road trip. Let me compress that, and I'll go fast mode from this point on. do it in real time, and you can watch in Benny Hill mode. First entrance here. One of the hidden vehicles in the game is right here. I forget what it's called. It might be a Cora or something like that. I think it's a BMW of some kind. That's not so bad for you, but the reverse sound is horrid in my headphones. Okay, get rid of that. So all we're going to do is back it into this green space. Frankly, we can pull it forward into this space if we want to. I'll do it over here. You don't have to be so careful. Just got to be in the zone. Just got to be in the zone. And then you can either open the company menu here. Well, yeah, it's 45% if you were to borrow this truck, but we're only renting, so we're only paying the rental fee. Again, this is the cargo we're carrying. And you can dump raise or lower the bed from here, or you can simply hit the X key when you're in the zone and it'll do it. As you can see, even though it's dumping it on the road behind us there, or the ramp behind us, it still counts as delivered. Alright, hit X again to lower it. Oops, missed the amount, but it's in the chat box. Total payment, $80,666. A little less than I guessed, but that's still very nice. Reverse again. Alright, so trash run done. Hop out of here. Don't pay any more rental fee. I'll just let that despawn on its own. Don't use it a while. If it misses a payment, I think it'll despawn. Okay, we need to buy a Fox now. Let's see. Let's go find out if I still have my Tuscan parking lot right over here. Yes, still own it. Boom. We got a daily driver. I like this car. Actually drives well, even in stock. Again, without any suspension mods, they're a little floaty, a little wobbly, leany. But hey, they drive fine. No, just poked ahead to the 5th gear position to see if it had 5. No, it's a 4-speed. Nice long one. 75 miles per hour, and it's not shrieking in my ears. I'll take it. So basically we got to head back to Jeju, and then a short trip up in the hills a little bit to a military base and go buy a Jeep. Woo-hoo. Time to buy a new car. Look at us with 132,000. We're not walking in there beggars. We may be able to negotiate a good deal. Although prices are pretty fixed in the game. There'll be no negotiating. Hit the map for real quick. That's where we're going. So let's see if we can go straight across. Snow runner. Oh shoot. Tree banger. Yeah. No problem. Whoops. Ooh, you almost wrecked on that rock. Yeah, this is the kind of situation where I like to be in the drone view. Watch out for those boulders. Oh dear. Guardrails. No, we can't get over those. Alright, shaved a little time off. Wait a minute. That's it over there. Am I going the wrong way? Probably. Yeah, I'm heading up to 1100 rest area. I came in up above the turn. That's it right there. Alright, welcome to the military base. C-17 cargo aircraft. Some residences. tense, and one foxy little Jeep. And cheap. We like cheap Jeeps. More room to tune them up with. Buy it. Our first purchased vehicle. Congratulations, congratulations. I hope it's got a crappy motor. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave that. We'll spawn it later. We'll take this one down to the tuning shop. Got some jets, helicopters. Cool looking place. Ooh, I want to point out something I just spotted. Whoops. Wrong key. This place has a bunch of these spawned all over the place. They're kind of random. These are storage containers, and you can see another one off in the distance over there, where the cursor is. And scattered throughout some of these, there's others, and some down there. Some of the warehouses request those. You can get contracts for them. They're pretty good pay, but they spawn kind of randomly, and it's hard to do contracts with them. But even the individual box prices are pretty good money for the distances you drive. It's another way to make some quick money. Not as quick as garbage, though. Garbage is probably the quickest path to 1,000,000 gold pieces in this game, frankly. Like the two or three towns that I cleared will respawn by the time you do the other 2 or 3 towns. Jeju has a whole bunch of trash. This place alone down here will fill a garbage truck. Whoa! Back to normal view. And yeah, you can just do garbage truck run after garbage truck run. About once you start getting town bonuses going, you're looking at 90,000 per trip. If you're on a private game like this, you can overstuff the back end with another 10 or 12 bags, and that's $2,000 each. So yeah, it adds up quick. All right, this is a tuning shop. Oh, actually, I'm gonna pull in and despawn this car. Change vehicle. Let's just change vehicle. Automatically despawn it. And let's tune this up a little bit. Main thing is, let's get rid of that engine. That 90 horsepower sounds so bad. I want at least 180. I don't think we can do that. Oh, we can. 15,000. Okay, let's hold on that. See how we are after the suspension. See if we have enough for the bigger engine. I want like fairly softish for off-road, but at least some. Let's do 150. I don't want to feel sloppy, but I don't want to be rock hard. Suspension dampers. Help eliminate some of the bounciness, I hope. Definitely some anti-roll bars. Whoops, spot 2, but we'll put it in the other spot. Install. And very important, as high as possible for off-road. I think that's the main stuff. Wheel spacers would be nice. Those are probably too expensive. Go for it. Wider stance, less tippy. And tire. We definitely need off-road tires. And yeah, off-road plus 40% grip. Definitely need those to get around in the off-road. Wheels just decorative. We're not going to bother with that. And etc. We will definitely want a winch. finest that our wallet can bear, which is the minimum. Down to 23. Gotta be looking at that engine at this point. Pardon me. 515. Let's go with 180. Leave us some folding money, maybe. 6.5. It'll be kind of slow, but we'll have good grip up the hill. These should... Ooh, wait a minute, let's see. Now, I'm not too sure what all this is. Let's do fully locked center. Yeah, I'm not really 100% certain what the difference is between center and versus the front and the rear. Oh, wait, it's saying that's already installed. Wait a minute, locked. Whatever, I'm gonna lock them all. Installed. And the center. This thing might not be able to turn by the time I'm done with this, we'll see. And can I get a cargo hitch? Yes, or trailer hitch, yeah. Just in case we want to tow a trailer. Alright. Oh. Wait a minute, do we want to paint this thing? Wait a minute, it said skin 2, what's up with that? Oh, skin 1 has a star. That looks nice. Let's go with our copy colors. Body 2, dark brown. Seat, dark brown. A little tint on the window. Our stock 60% tint. And that's it. If we had wheels to paint, we could paint those as well, but we don't. So we're done. We are driver level 8. Can't quite make a corporation yet. So we need to make a little money and do something productive. Let's see if there's any local cab rides. Oops. Huh. I mean, that's not bad. It's close. If we get either the comfort or the urgent bonuses, we'll make some halfway decent money and we'll get some driver level maybe out of that. Alright, let's do it. 1,300 feet over there. Oh! We have to listen to crappy motor. Well, you don't. Once we get going, I'll go into high speedy mode and put on some hopefully appropriate music. Responding to the totally legit comment on the last video. I'll be quite honest, I didn't even give much thought to what I stuck in there. I went through a library of a whole bunch of random free stuff, and the ones that didn't immediately annoy me I put in my library and downloaded and tossed a few in to fill space, and well, there you have it. I apologize in it. I apologize. Alright, comfort and urgent. So this is going to be a timed, and we have to drive carefully to get the comfort bonus. And I don't think that's going to happen, and we only got 2 comfort bars anyway, so I'll try to drive more urgent than comforty. So, enjoy the ride. Well, so much for beating the timer. And I knew we wouldn't make the comfort. I was surprised the first bar held on as that last bar held on as long as it did.
Thank you very much.
Not too bad. 10 grand plus. And that's after some vehicle owner share too. So yeah, not bad. Let's see, what's our driver level? Oh, get away. Go away. Driver level 9, not bad. We're one more to accompany and contracts. This guy wants a ride in a limo. We can't help him out with that. And the nearest is 2 miles away, so that's it for taxi driving for a moment. Let's send this one to the hills. See ya. Snow runner. Alright. I guess back home. Oh, you know, I haven't shown you the inside of the house yet. It's not much. It's literally not much. But one nice feature of it is this lovely bed. You can sleep here. Help the day pass quicker. We don't want the day to pass quicker. We want nights to pass quicker, if anything. But yeah, that's available. Some trucks you can do that in as well. Some of the trucks with like sleeper cabs on them. And we need something else to do. So we have 24 grand. Really just want some levels. But we might as well see if we can deliver something. Yeah, if this won't fit anything, we'll borrow a Dabo. Or maybe go down to rent one. I can load these. Where's that going? Kind of far. That's not bad. Take that. Couple of those, about 8 grand, and they're going where we want to go, which is not far. And I think we can throw some more in. Glass bottles, where were those? Yeah. Drop that real quick. I'll get the other one before it goes away. Grab it. Alright, overstacking. Not my best work. Whoops. Good catch. There we go. Alright, now just strap those down. Alrighty. Cheating the system. I'm sorry, using a feature of the game. Oh, drive. Yeah, if the developer didn't want us to overstack, then why would he have put cargo straps in the game? And it's a lot of fun. You can get some pretty ridiculous overstacking going on. Again, check with your local server. Some servers do not allow overstacking. It's considered an exploit on some. Some destinations that only take a certain amount of delivery, taking anything more than that is considered an exploit. So those are the no fun having servers, but you know, it's more of a challenge, I guess. That can be fun. I prefer a little more relaxed, loose. Use the rules, don't abuse them, kind of thing. I was on a public server where some dude teleported into the game with a giant dump bed truck already loaded with like 100 boxes of some product, and they emptied a warehouse of more of the same and then proceeded driving around the server spilling boxes everywhere. crazy mess. A whole bunch of us jumped in and cleaned up after the guy got kicked off and banned from the server. Yeah. Don't be that guy. It's a sandbox, but you know, good kids play in sandboxes, bad cats poop in them. That's not true. Good cats poop in sandboxes too, but be a good kid. Don't be a cat. Especially if it's somebody else's sandbox. However, that's the nice thing about these private games. You can experiment all you want in a private game. Really, you're the king, you're the boss, you make the rules. It's your bandwidth. It's not a permanent server, but it's a permanent game. It persists through updates and stuff. When you buy a property and upgrade it, it will remain bought and upgraded. So, seems like I missed a turn somewhere. Let me check the map. Oh, yeah, kinda. But I want driver levels anyway, so it's not that much longer. We'll just keep going. I honestly like the coastal drive anyways. It's just a funner drive. These great turns. That building is called the Architect's Office. You can buy plans for buildings and stuff there. This is one of the warehouses. Pallets and boxes for various locations can be found in them. And on our left, playing the good tour guide, is Gosan Truck again, where we just rented the compacting, where all manner of fine trucks are purchasable, rentable. Another warehouse right close by. Yeah, if you like hauling cargo, there's a lot of opportunities in this game. You can also go directly to the farms like here, pick up pallets directly from the farms, and take them to the warehouses or take them to residents or to the supermarkets. It depends on where they're going. It is worth noting that you can't just go to a farm, load up a truck with, let's say, orange pallets, and then distribute them wherever you want. That would be kind of cool, but kind of like enterprising. But you know, everybody would grab all the oranges and take them all the way to the other side of the map and make all the money. This system at least makes sure that, you know, well, it doesn't make sure, but it incentivizes you to take stuff to other places. Still, people are going to want to cherry pick the high price cargoes and take the longer drives. Yeah, once you hit like driver level 200 or so, pretty much all the trucks and all the occupations are open to you, and you can make good money just simply putting your truck on autopilot with a truckload of cargoes and go do some chores, do something else, and come back and cha-ching, deliver, make the money. Especially in a private game, when you're building your own empire, for example. But really most of the fun in a public server is keeping an eye on the chat and seeing what goofballness is going on, and contribute where possible. Always new players to help out, older players doing fun adventures to join in with, impromptu races, people planning events, looking for feedback, stuff like that. Yeah, it's great. Alright, here's our turn. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this game. A lot of fun. Nice. 17 grand. That was worth doing. Still driver level 9 though. So let's go find another warehouse. So yeah, this vehicle is very good for making money because it's very small cargo bed. Terrific way to make, oh, we're right there, duh. Super cheap vehicle. To make it off-road capable, you got to spend a bit of money on it. Am I lost? Yeah, I'm lost. But yeah, for just around the top island here, delivering small amounts of cargo and getting the most money you can for them, this is a great little starter vehicle. So yeah, an initial opening cost of 20 grand. It's very, very affordable. Let's see if there's anything hand loadable here. Yeah, most stuff has to be hand loadable, that's it. Won't carry any pallets. Nothing loadable here, it's all pallets. Yeah, even that little thing. It's too bad. Oh well. I could borrow one of those. Again, I'm just looking for driver levels. I'm not really caring about the money yet so much. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. Get this. This will carry a bunch. Get in gear. Alright. Wow. This is why I like smaller vehicles. These all seem like a rip-off to carry. Whatever, that one's not too bad. We'll just shoot those over there. Cup us on the way. So, there we go. Sometimes it pays to not follow directions. Terrible money. Absolutely awful. Glad we're not paying for the gas. Oh, this is the other car dealer. Go visit them for a sec. They got some different cars here. You can get the Campy here as well. These are out of reach. You need pretty high taxi and driver levels to get those. Yeah, driver level 50, taxi level 50. I like those though. Those are really fun cars. I like the big boaty cars. This is another terrific small vehicle for making money. We'll visit that later. But yeah, that's the Savannah. And you can buy that motorcycle there as well. Those are a lot of fun, and they're also a terrific way to take one piece at a time to that tough off-road destination, Guanchin. Might do one of those runs one day. factory here. There's our customer. Oh, no customer. We're just going to leave it by the side of the building here. Alright. Oh, hey, look at that. Level up, driver level 10. We are driver level 10. Bueno. Excellent, excellent. Now get out of this thing. Let's teleport back to the main town. Grab our Tusk, well, one of the cars. Doesn't really matter. Let's do the Fox. It's easier to park. We're gonna go make a company. World of contracts will open to us and easy to access money. Alright, City Hall is off to our right there. Pull in here to park. Talk to this lady right here.
Hello.
Hello. I'd like to create a company, please. Oh, I hadn't thought about a name. Well, over the trucks it'll say Coffee's something. So, let's call it Bean. Coffee's Bean. How about how Coffee's Bean there? Coffee's Bean there. Let's do that. It's silly, but let's do it. Bean there is created by Coffee. It says right down there in the chat window. All right, we have a company. So we're gonna go and do a contract. I wish I had some way to teleport to the other side of the map, but I do not. I can teleport you there with a simple hit of the pause button. I'll see you on the other side. Okay, we're here. Back at Jeju Harbor, truck borrowing place. We're going to do a fuel run the correct way. Now that we can do contracts, we're going to borrow a truck, borrow a big trailer, make a bunch of money. Yeah, let's do this one again. It's a good truck. Actually, I'm going to just pop out a sec. Can we borrow anything else? Oh, yeah. This one's a better truck. We're going to borrow this one. And we're going to borrow 2 trailers, actually. Oops. Whoops. Let's see how this went. Let's see how this works out. Yeah, I kind of parked in the wrong spot. All right, so we want... Start typing it. No, not that. What was it called? Oh, heck. Let's go front. Huh? Oh, maybe I can't use those yet. Let's have a look. Oh, that's it. Tabor. Lead and rear. That's why I typed front. Okay, we want one of those. It's a 20 kiloliter tanker, and the rear is a 22. So we're going to take one of each. Trailers are free to borrow. Oh, wrong way. Going from 6 speed to 13 again. The reverse position is straight ahead of the first gear position, which is at the bottom left of the shifter. The normal second gear position. Oh, heck. Hook trailer. It'll pull itself on. Toggle the legs. forward a wee bit. That should be fine. Probably a little too far forward. And Tabor rear. See if we can get one to color match. Yeah, second try. Nice. Beauty. Hook it on up. Hook it on up. Top of the legs. Now, these days, you can adjust these forward and backwards. It's kind of cool. I'm not sure that does us any good, except to move the weight a little more in the center axle there. It's not a bad thing. How about this? That's close enough to the front axle. Should be fine. There are no problems with that cookie. Let's go get some fuel. I should have made a left turn, but this will work. Alrighty. What have you got fuel for? Noxum. Perfect. That's exactly where I want to go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just fill ourselves all the way up. Boom. Oh, I just want to take a look at that one more time. So, Noxum's a place that just relentlessly makes fuel. We've just burned up most of it loading it. If I wanted to be a little more economical, I would have only taken 40 because I only need 2 contracts. But now I'm in a pickle. If I unload 2 right now, it'll take them out of the front trailer and leave them in the back, and that's going to mess us up, so I'm just going to leave them in for now. I could disconnect the trailers and hook up just the rear trailer and then take the 2 out and then reconnect them again, but that's alright. I'm only going to do 1 fuel run. It's a biggie. Just want to transfer a bunch of fuel into Noxum and have it available to speed up milk production at Ghazi. That's the plan. Okay, our first contract coming right up. So since we're in a semi, I think I mentioned this in the last one, but since we're in a semi, I mentioned it in this one. Since we're in a semi, we can just pull our nose into the zone and then collect our contract. It's not necessary to jump out to do it. So we have fuel 20 times 2. We're going to do 2 contracts. Select the contract. We had to pay 11 grand for that. So we're down to 26. And pull the first tanker into position. Boom. Contract completion bonus was 58,000 plus a piddly little bit for the fuel, but we're up to 88 grand. Beautiful. Now close that and open up the zone again and take another contract. Because we have this whole one to unload too. And now, again, pull the second trailer into the zone. Boom. See? Now we're making money. You can basically do this all day long and just put 100 grand in your bank each trip. But it gets even more efficient than that. This next step is to get a contract using this fuel. But I want to get rid of one of these trailers first. I'm doing the coffee shuffle here. Alright. Get rid of the rear trailer. Oh, no. Close. I want to get rid of the front trailer. And I should have put the legs down. I want to see if this will hook up without it. Nope. Oops. I should just back in there. Close enough to hook it up. Sloppy but effective. Alright. Back into that fuel zone again. Let's get some fuel. Alright, perfect. Gauzy wrench. So I'm only taking 5. And I'll tell you why when we get there. Or on the way. So now this is about... no secrets. This is about resource conservation at this point. I've got, what, 40 fuel or more in there, 50 fuel or something. And pretty much all I'm going to use it for is to take it up to here to make milk, so that I can take it down there to make cheese. And the only thing this fuel is good for is to increase the production speed. And 5 fuel will be more than enough to fill this tanker. So that's all I'm taking up. But yeah, without fuel in the ranch here, it takes 2 minutes per unit of milk. With fuel, it takes 1. So let's get a contract for this fuel first. Same as before. Fuel 5. We're only paying 35. We're going to make 17 grand. Minus 35. Pull a little forward, get the tank into the picture. Boom. We're up to 152,000 now. And there's 10 fuel ready to go. X key, just hold the X key down to rapid load it. And now we have milk production occurring at 1 per minute because of the fuel. And fuel lasts 5 per each. So I ain't gonna do the math, but basically by the time we get this truck filled with 22, we're gonna have like maybe 2 fuel left. If by the time we come back, they will be gone. So 5 at a time is more than enough. So at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and pause you again and do the boring old milk load. I'm gonna go make another coffee. And we're back. I meant pause the recording, not the game, of course. 10 more to load. We've got 10 on board. Get all those on. Alright, a couple more being made. I'm gonna let them go. We got enough for 2 contracts. Or 1 contract, rather. Another way to do this is to, and you may see some YouTube videos on this if you've been poking around, to do the fuel run thusly. Go from Jeju Harbor to Knoxham, drop your fuel there, then pick up fuel for 3 Water Factory and the ranch, which is a bigger milk farm that has up to 100 milk at a time. And that's perfectly effective. I'm not sure why people go to 3 water, except to make 2 contracts out of... Oh, I remember. At the time, there was only a 40 kiloliter tanker, and it was a way to separate it into 2 contracts. You take a 20 contract for 3 water factory and unload half the fuel there, and then unload the other half at the ranch. In which case, it was the same situation. That fuel just made production happen faster. But there's usually 100 fuel waiting for you there. However, on a busy server, people do this contract loop often, and that milk can go quick, so definitely good to throw fuel in there. Alright, hello Daily Cheese again. Pick up contract. Milk 20. Get in the correct gear. Alright, that's how you do fuel milk runs. We now have 200 grand. Well, we were at 40 when we started this run. Bank. That's how you make money in this game. There's vehicle. Despawn. Vehicle and despawn. Alright. So let's go take a quick look at the milk factory. I'm pretty sure I've taken enough of your time with this one video. I've accomplished a lot. I've gotten to rank 10, started a company, and made a bunch of cheese. And currently we have 80 cheese boxes, apparently, and 16 pallets. What we got for boxes? Oh, look at all those. All the destinations are available. Pizza, it's up to 175%, 178. AliExpress, 180, but they don't have contracts here. So the burger joints and the pizza joints you can get contracts at. The others just usually sometimes have more spawned for them, but not in this case. That's a big money maker right there. I'm really tempted to go do that right now. Instead, run over and take a look at the meat. Oh, by the way, how to run without using up your run bar. Let go of the shift key while you're midair, and the run bar respawns while you're running. Go the same speed. But yeah, the jump run. Oh, wait a minute, we don't even have it. It hasn't even spawned yet. Or there's none currently in it. Probably after these go away, we'll get some. We're looking for guanchin delivery into this area here. And there's 2 ways to get there. Maybe 3. This is a shortcut that's pre-built in. It's a very muddy track though, but it can be a little easier sometimes than going up this way. And there's another not as well known shortcut that comes up through here. You just go whoop, whoop, right through there, up there, through there, in there, onto the road, and then. But it's gotten much harder since the last update. So there it is. It's only 9,700. Usually this can get up to 1,100. So I'd rather do those when they get to that level. So I'm probably going to have to throw more meat boxes in there. Went up from 160 or something last time I looked, but maybe as a result of putting some containers in there. So let's see. I think I'm going to end the video here. Run down to the tuning shop and check on the status of the Fox. And then we will resume this on the next episode. I think I will take you on a trip up to Guanjin in our new Fox. 'Cause that was the whole point of this. So we're either going to take cheese boxes somewhere fun, or try to overload the hell out of this thing with cheese boxes, or we'll take meat boxes, 5 of them, up to Guanjin. We'll see how that goes. So thanks for coming along on this one, and we'll see you on the next. Bye-bye.